content ahead. I got into a discussion with my adopted pup, and he's a Christian, and we got to talking about how God feels about humanity. And I got to telling him that God doesn't exist, and we got into the subject of, does God feel that everybody is equal? And he said everybody was equal, and I said, no, they're not. Now, maybe everybody is born equal, but they don't stay equal. Something happens and they change. Uh, every baby born might have the same opportunities because they're born into the same world or the same state or whatever, but they don't have the same opportunities kept to them. They're all born in the same hospital maybe, but they don't go to the same family. They don't have the same opportunities. They don't even have the same IQ. I speak from experience. Take me for example. When I was a kid, I had a higher than average IQ. I was smart, but I was poor, dirt poor. I lived in a home that was caught fire, and my parents refused to move out of it. So I literally lived in a burnt home, like literally the walls charcoal. You could see the other side of the home through the walls because they were that burnt out. We didn't have the money to fix it up. We just lived in there. The winters were freezing cold. I got frostbite a couple times. You can't tell because it was light frostbite. Even touching ice hurts my hands. If you don't know anything about frostbite, touching ice or anything cold after you have frostbite scorches your hands if you have frostbite on your hands. So I can barely touch ice with my hands because my hands don't want to have anything to do with cold. And so, that's one thing to think about. Children, even though they might have high IQs, they might not still be equal to a rich man. That's one of the reasons why I continue to strive for better things. Is a mental ill person the same as a sane person? Yes, I have bipolar disorder. I can talk from experience from this. I'm not going to go anywhere else from this. I'm just going to talk about my experiences because as a mental ill person, I constantly prayed to God when I was religious to take away my mental illness so I could survive in a society that was sane. At least what I perceived to be sane. And you know what? God didn't do jack crap. God had all these faith healers out there, and you know what? He didn't heal me. Why should I expect him to heal me when he doesn't heal amputees? I don't know. It doesn't make any sense. If God doesn't heal amputees, why should he heal me? Faith healing doesn't work. So, I don't think people are created equal. They might be born as a baby, and they might have the same inalienable human rights, but they don't have the same advantages, don't have the same anything as everybody else. We're not the same homogenous group. A rich man is better than a poor man. It's just the facts of life. I am not as good as somebody who lives in a mansion. I'm not as good as somebody who lives in a tiled floor home with a frickin' 2-car garage and 2 cars to fill it up with and frickin' 3 dogs that they take care of and have a frickin' 3-acre yard. I'm not as good as somebody like that. And I'm not ashamed to admit it. And I see that for what it is. I'm not as good as somebody else. I'm better than some of these other people. I'm better than some people that have mental illness that can't take care of themselves. I am taking care of myself just fucking barely. But I'm not good as a sane person. People are not created equal. It's just a sad fact of life. Do you think that because I have a high IQ that I should be, better than somebody? Of course not. I should not be. But the fact of the matter is people are treated better. People are treated better because they are smarter. People are treated better because they're faster. People are treated better because they're more handsome. It's just a cold fact of life. Do you think, somebody goes into a job that's ugly, disgusting, and, they're a little slow in the head, is going to get the same treatment as somebody who's smart, handsome, and well put together? Of course not. They're not equal. The guy that's smart, handsome, well put together is going to get the job better because he has more credentials or whatever you want to say. But he is not equal to the smart man. It's just the facts of life. I have gone through that myself. It's just how it is. If you've been in the job market, you know what I'm talking about. You have to put in your best foot forward, otherwise you don't get the job. Because people are not treated equal because they are not equal. They may be born equal, but they're not equal. Okay? I'm not saying crippled people can't be just as good as non-crippled people, because there are crippled people out there that are fucking amazing. My friend Sam Price, he is a freaking park ranger, and he used to be in a wheelchair all the time until he got his hip replacements. That guy is fucking hell on wheels, okay? I'm not saying you can't be better than somebody in a wheelchair. I'm just saying nobody is created equal. And that's just the way the world works. You can't be equal to somebody. You have to be better or worse. That's just how it is. You go to college, you become better than somebody that didn't go to college. You become an expert in something. You become better in the expert field than somebody who's not in the field. You get trained in something. You're better in that training than somebody that's not in the training. It's not about physical features. It's about what you know, and your mind is better than somebody else that doesn't have the faculties to handle it. Everybody is not equal. Get over it. And I speak experience from mine because my mind is not equal to a lot of people. My mind is a little bit of cheese in it, you know what I mean? A little bit of wacky funland. A little too much wacky funland for my liking. That's why I take medication. That's why I'm a little unstable, a little unhinged. And that's why I've stated before, I prayed to God. I prayed to Him. And I asked Him to take my problems away. I said, God, you know what? You're a man of all this power. Please help me out here. Take this problem away from me so I can survive in a stable community. And, He didn't do jack crap. Honestly, do you realize every day that I struggle with my problems? I never get over this shit. Honestly, my medication does not help me. It helps other people deal with me. It does not help me. My illness will never go away. And if your God has a plan for that, fuck Him. And your God has this whole plan for everybody not being equal, and your God has this whole plan for all these crimes, rapings, and murders. You have this whole God saying He has all this plan, but He has this free will hinged in there somewhere, so that allows people to do all this crazy crap, but He still has a plan. This doesn't make any sense, because this free will, He can fuck His plan completely up. Why would He do this crap? I mean, you're childish to believe this stuff. I don't believe everybody's created equal. I don't believe God has a plan. And if He does have a plan, it's the most erratic, chaotic plan it is. If you think your God is a God of order, you're crazy, because free will does not belong in order. People need to have no free will. You better believe in fate or preordination or some crap, and if you do, that's crazy too, because then that means God preordained you to go to hell. God preordained murders. God preordained rape. God preordained child molestation. God preordained abuse. You're sick. God, if you believe in Him, is one twisted guy. Because He's telling you lies. He's telling you lies that people are created equal. He's telling you lies that He has a plan. He's telling you all this crazy crap. There is no such thing. And I hope this video maybe made you think. I hope this video didn't offend you too much. I just had to get this off my chest, and I thought it'd be a good video. And I hope you enjoyed it. And if you didn't, well, I'm sorry. I can't do much about it. I don't remove my videos. Maybe a couple contest videos I remove, but that's about it. So until we meet again, this is Six. See you later.